Hi, I'm Cole Stearns. Welcome to the Adirondack Mountains in northern New York. Winter sports, and skiing in particular, have been a big part of this region for many years. Lake Placid, proud host of 2 Winter Olympics, can also lay claim to being the birthplace of organized winter sports in this country. It's a little-known story that involves a very unlikely character.
Melville Dewey, founder of the famous Dewey Decimal System used for library cataloging, came to the Adirondacks to escape his allergies. In 1895, he established the Lake Placid Club, where members could come and stay in rustic cottages and enjoy the outdoors. The club quickly became a favorite vacation spot for the well-to-do. But as autumn passed, resorts would close for the long winter. Rugged mountain men might brave the elements to hunt and trap, but most people spent their winters indoors.
In 1904, as the club approached its 10th anniversary, Melville took the unheard-of step of keeping the club open for the winter. Convinced that he could sell wintering in the Adirondacks by making it fun for club members to play outside in the snow.
No one had ever done anything like that before, except a few hardy souls. But the general public, they stayed indoors in the winter, except for children, and their usual coasting and snowball fights.
Melville gambled and ordered 40 pairs of hickory skis from Norway. Only 10 brave souls gave it a try that first winter. But soon, skis replaced snowshoes as the favorite way of getting around. Sometimes it was easy, sometimes it wasn't. But everyone joined in, and it was usually great fun.
It was just phenomenal the way it caught on after that first gathering.
Members cleared the snow from a frozen lake and began organizing skating activities. The club manufactured its own toboggans, and its tobogganing races were well known.
The club was marvelous. Probably the largest toboggan chute in the world. It was a double chute, and that was very popular for many, many years.
Ski jumping was also the rage, and the club built a number of jumps on its golf course. Later, when ski jumping wasn't enough of a thrill, they would try anything.
Melville really inaugurated just about every winter sports there was. And they had not just ordinary skating, they played ice tennis, they did all sorts of things, and they introduced curling very early, a sport which is coming back today. And then, of course, they mostly skied on the club golf links. Then they had some trails down through the woods that went to one of their farms down on the river, and they opened one of the farmhouses and made a ski lodge out of it. I've always said that was the first ski lodge in America. They had open fireplace, and they had food, and they would ski from the club down there.
In 1920, the Lake Placid Club founded its own winter sports club, the Snowbirds. The Snowbird flag, which now hangs here in the Winter Olympic Museum, flew over as many as 80 competitions in a single season. The village of Lake Placid also got into the action, hosting world-class speed skating competitions and even harness racing on ice. With all this competition came winners, and with winners came champions. A Lake Placid native, Charles Jutro, won the very first medal ever awarded in the Winter Olympics, a speed skating gold medal in the 1924 Games in Chamonix, France. The Snowbirds sponsored one of this country's early ski jumping champions, Art Devlin from Lake Placid, who competed in 3 Winter Olympics.
He gets set and he's off for the leap of a lifetime.
By the mid-20s, the Lake Placid Club had laid the foundation for this mountain village to become America's first winter sports capital.
Swiss newspaper called Saint Moritz the Lake Placid of Europe. And of course, those were the type of people that were at the club. They were the fashionable people.
The experience that both the club and the village had in hosting national and international competitions was a key factor in Lake Placid being awarded the 1932 Winter Olympic Games.
I welcome you, the representatives of many of our sister nations, to this, the opening of the third Winter Olympic Games.
The chairman of the 32 Games, Godfrey Dewey, the son of Melville Dewey, who had passed away just 1 year before.
Two-man Bob is being sent down the 1.5-mile von Hovenberg run in order to prove that the dangerous curves and turns are correctly constructed.
It was the Lake Placid Club that built a trial bobsled run used for training while the Olympic run was under construction.
There wasn't a bobsled in America at the time. We built the first one. Because while the big bob run was building, they had to have a place to practice and learn the sport. It had been a sport that had been practiced in Europe for quite a few years, but none in America.
It was the club's own ski jump that was used as the official Olympic jump.
Long now. The Norwegians are jumping right into the lead. Look at that one go. Perfect form. What a jump. That's hitting the hay with a vengeance. Oh. Watch this take off from the guard rope. Looks like Mickelson, Chicago. Jumping Yemeni. Be careful. There he goes. Too bad. It spoiled a record jump.
But of course it wasn't really until the 32 Olympics that it took off in the entire country. That set off the real explosion in winter sports. There was a lot of publicity, a lot of newsreels that everyone saw.
In 1932, Olympic skiing included only ski jumping and Nordic events. However, the exposure that the 1932 Games provided helped to jumpstart America's interest and its participation in the emerging sport of alpine skiing. By 1936, it too had become an Olympic event.
That's when all the ski slopes and centers started up, was in the 30s after the Olympics. Everybody wanted to try it out.
Melville Dewey accomplished something unique in America. He successfully promoted skiing and other winter sports at his own resort. While the club itself hasn't survived, its legacy certainly has. Today, Whiteface, the Olympic mountain, symbolizes the Olympic spirit and the tradition of winter sports that the Lake Placid Club started.